Hello everyone and welcome. We'll call the meeting of the Madison City Commission to order for the meeting of July 9th, 2012. Jeff, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Delzer?
Here.
Commissioner Erickson?
Here.
Commissioner Waldner?
Here.
Commissioner Abraham?
Here.
Mayor Hexum?
Here. You have the minutes of the July 2nd meeting as a part of your record. Are there any changes or corrections to the minutes of the last meeting?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the minutes as presented. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. You have the agenda for this meeting before you. Are there any changes or corrections to, changes to the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as
Second.
presented.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the agenda as presented. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Under appearances, acknowledgments, and correspondence, we have several items. Before we begin this section of the meeting, I would like to call on City Attorney David Jenks for a brief explanation of the rules of the meeting, which we have to abide by.
Well, the rules of order under which we should operate tonight are that unless there is a motion and a second on the floor, that there should be no further discussion or there shouldn't be public comment or public input. If the public wants to be able to offer their positions, their views, or discuss certain topics, they are certainly welcome to request to be on the agenda. It's my understanding that Mr. Johnson and Mr. Sinclair are the ones that have asked to be on the agenda. It's my understanding they'll be giving an update with respect to their project. But unless this commission puts a motion and a second on the floor, other input or other discussion should not be allowed.
Okay, thank you. Okay, number one, under appearances, acknowledgments, and correspondence, we have a request, Clark Sinclair and Jerry Johnson on the thrift store update.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commission, for agreeing to have us on the agenda to give you an update. And it's been over a month ago that we came in front of you to discuss the project that we've been working on for quite a few months. And at that time, you know, we asked you to include some monies to help prepare a site in downtown Madison for our proposed thrift store. And as a result of that, we've had some really good discussions. So we've had some, it certainly made people start talking about what's going on in the community. And quite frankly, I think some really good ideas have come out of it. And we have listened carefully. I can guarantee you that our committee has listened carefully to people's ideas and their concerns, and taken it seriously. We're not trying to make something happen that isn't good for the community. We really seriously are trying to come up with a project that we can get some very good community support for, that will have a lot of great things accomplished over a period of years in our community. So we want to be open-minded. We're not trying to force something that nobody wants. I can guarantee you that we have taken a lot of the ideas and comments seriously. I think one of the things that there seems to be a consensus on is that something needs to be done downtown Madison. There's a lot of properties that could be improved. There's not only the Jensen site, but other areas downtown. And there were some very good suggestions from some of the people about what they would like to see as positive things for downtown. And I guess instead of coming before you tonight and asking you to support our proposal, what we'd like to do is step back here and ask the City Commission to appoint a task force that would develop a comprehensive plan for revitalizing downtown. That seems to be the thing that most everybody can agree upon. Even the most negative people feel that, you know, something needs to be done. So I guess that's what we would like to see happen, is that the City Commission appoint a task force that will develop a comprehensive plan, including the Jensen property, of what should happen downtown Madison. And I think if you look at a lot of other communities, there's been other communities that you could take lessons from about the efforts that they've made to improve their downtowns. So while a thrift store is not a new concept, downtown improvement is not a new concept either. A lot of communities have made some great progress in working together to develop a plan and figure out ways to help the people that want to do things downtown. And I guess that's what we would like to see. As far as our committee is concerned, we fully believe that the program that we are proposing is a very good program. It's an ambitious project. And we're taking a look at the costs of our project, the location of our project. We're looking at all of the different components of our proposal. And we fully intend to move forward with having a thrift store of some type in this community, because we know how much good it can do. And so we're not here tonight to do anything but suggest that this task force be formed, and let you know that our goal of having a thrift store built by this community for the benefit of this community is still our goal. So we're not going to start the project tomorrow, but we're going to continue to educate the public and start raising funds privately and from businesses in the community to make this happen. So I don't know if you folks have any questions, or Jared, would you want to?
Well, a couple of things I think that came out of this. People were surprised and had several comments about why this group would come before the city and ask for public money to do something like this. And you know, there's been a couple of precedents that come to mind. One recently and one even 10 years ago. There was a street on the west edge of Madison that wasn't even in the city limits, and we had a business come before the city commission and ask, how can we do something with this? We need this road improved for our business. It was the Farmers Elevator. At that time, the city, the state, and the county stepped up and made a huge commitment, along with the Farmers Elevator, to build a road that serviced a lot of different needs within our county, not just in our city, but within our county. That's one thing that comes to mind. As recently as last year, a business on South Hart came before you for a downtown improvement project, and the city funded thousands and thousands of dollars to improve that street and that infrastructure, and I look at it as a downtown improvement. Another one, we had a business, an industry that was looking to move out of town, and the city helped facilitate a new home in the industrial park for that. and purchase property downtown for revitalizing our downtown. So it's not something unrealistic we were asking for. I think it created a lot of concern about what we were trying to do. But ultimately, what we were doing is what, as a city commissioner, I heard 10 years ago. We have to do something on Main Street, and I think this task force could maybe provide direction for a comprehensive and also a community-based plan going forward for our downtown, because it does need upgrading. That's one comment. The other, I would like to bring up the Community Foundation. The foundation has raised money 10 years ago to fund scholarships up to the community center for families in need. The other thing it did was provide money to purchase equipment at the community center. All those funds were raised privately, and they were designated for those specific purposes. The thing about that is, over the last 10 years, over $90,000 has been used for equipment purchases that helped alleviate some budget pressure from the city and also the university. The other thing it did is provided $131,000 in scholarship funds for families that otherwise maybe couldn't afford to be members at the community center. That was important to that foundation. The other thing it did was provide a mechanism to keep a local artist in town and keep him on Main Street, and it's one of the nicer buildings in our community on Main Street. So this foundation is not anything bad. It's there to help promote our community and the community center. Those are the only comments I was going to make regarding why we're here before the city and the foundation. And be glad to answer any questions.
I don't have anything.
I guess I just thank both these guys. There's a lot of discussion going on, and it's good. I think it's very helpful that people, and it's healthy for the community to have these discussions and conversations. But I'd like to commend both these gentlemen. They don't have Main Street businesses, but they're investing their time and efforts in trying to make their community better. And I've never seen that to be a bad thing. If people want to come forward with other ideas, that's a wonderful thing too. And so there's an opportunity here, and I think we should take advantage of the opportunity. And rather than start digging foxholes and stringing barbed wire and making comments about people and different things, I think Madison has always pulled together. I've lived here my whole life. I intend to die here, hopefully a few years from now. But I think that we have always been a good community, and I think we have to remember that. And if nothing else, if we have a good conversation about it, let's do it civilly, let's do it respectfully, and let's do it intelligently. And I think if we do that, we can improve our community and make it better. And that's why we're all here.
Remember the steering committee that was created about a dozen years ago for the community center. That came out of the Madison Action Plan, which was a task force, basically endorsed by the city, to do some study and planning and goal setting for the community. And out of that, there was a 5-member steering committee. I happen to be one of the members of that. We spent 2 years working on that. And if you think the negative things that are thrown around today or anything, if you remember back then, that was really a situation where there were so many reasons why everybody thought we shouldn't do it. I don't see a lot of that, today about the community center. I think it's proven to be a very big asset for the community, and it happened because citizens stood up and started a steering committee to bring it forward, and then we had the right partners in the community to overcome all of the objections and bring it to a vote, and it passed. So is another, I think, a great example of people working together. So.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Okay. Moving to number 2, under appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence, Vince Schaefer of the Madison School District is here to discuss a request on a building permit waiver. Vince, would you please come forward? Thank you for coming, Vince. I know you have a busy night, and we'll try to get you out of here quick, huh?
I appreciate that, Mayor and council members. I thank you for the opportunity to come before you again tonight. I think I was in here along with the business manager, Mitchell Brooks, in November, this past November, talking about related issues and led to this issue of the permit. The idea behind this is, of course, that we're operating on a limited budget, and we know that everybody is. But the idea is that we will provide that 2 blocks of sidewalk in an idea of trading off for, the building permit cost. And it's not that we don't want to follow the rules and regulations of the city, but in the aspect of community working together, not to overtax, so to speak, the taxpayers, we are asking you to consider allowing us to move forward without that fee of the building permit. According to our figures, that would be just short of $24,000. And we have in our project the sidewalk to be part of our project. And of course, we're going to have the groundbreaking on that project tonight at 6:30, and we hope that maybe some of you or people in the audience will be able to come up and be part of that, because it's quite a historic opportunity. And with that, I'd open it up or allow you to ask me questions, and I'll sure do my best to answer that.
This is outlined in your letter. We have discussed the sidewalk installation issues on the high school property, especially on Summit Avenue on the west side. And when we went through the sidewalk improvement plan last fall, this came up, and you asked for a delay in that because of all the construction and activity and new sidewalks that you'll have to put in probably around the whole area.
That's correct.
On that. So this action and waiving the building permit request for the school district does have precedent. The building fees, permit fees were waived on the elementary school construction project, and I'm not sure about was there anything found on the middle school project,
Not
Vince?
to my knowledge, Mayor.
Okay. I didn't hear any more. Chad, did you hear any more about that?
I found the permit application, but I wasn't able to find any notes on there that indicated the waiver.
Okay.
I believe Jeff may have looked in the minutes. I wasn't sure what he found there.
Because you've got about on Summit Avenue, about a block and a half of sidewalk to put in there?
Equivalency to 2 blocks.
2 blocks, yeah.
And it really, and in my personal opinion, it doesn't benefit the district any to have that 2 blocks running north and south.
I really, at this point, I would really like to separate those 2 issues.
Exactly. I'm
This
very
is-
uncomfortable making this a
Yeah,
trade-off.
this isn't a trade.
This
The
isn't a
side-
bargain.
Yeah. Although, I'd also like to state, I'm very open to this. I look at this as completely separate from the sidewalks. That's gonna happen
Right. The
regardless.
sidewalk, yeah,
That's not for
exactly.
discussion. And I think this is a good thing for the city of Madison to do, is participate in the new school in this way. We're limited on ways that we can. I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to show our support. It's all taxpayer money. It's going to come from the citizens one way or the other, so it's a good time for us or it's a good opportunity for us. So, but I do want to make that clear. I don't look at this as
I would actually-
anywhere connected to the sidewalk issue. That is a done deal and does need to be taken care of.
Well, it is a done deal.
Yeah,
From our
yeah.
perspective, it's in the project.
Yeah.
I want to make that clear, that's already in the
Yeah,
project.
I just want to make, for anybody documenting this, they're 2 separate issues,
Yeah.
and
In the future, this was not a trade-off, and
Yes.
it won't be considered one, and we're not gonna start that, I don't think is not where we want to go with this.
yeah.
good to me.
Keep the sidewalk install in your project.
It's in there, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay?
Uh,
anything
With
else?
that, I'd like to make a motion that we waive the building permit fee for the renovations of the high school.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the request to waive the building permit fees for the high school construction project. Any questions or speaking on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Thank you, Vince. Good luck with the groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Number 3, under appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence, we have the May building permit report. Chad, do you have anything on the building permit report?
I don't have anything to add, Your Honor.
Okay. Any questions on the part of the commissioners? Okay, hearing none.
I'll move to
What,
acknowledge-
quickly,
Oh.
how much of this is actually flood-related? It looks like quite a little.
I see a few in
Yeah,
there.
I did too.
I don't, without looking at the addresses and, what would you say, Chad, 2 or 3 maybe?
Mr. Kleinschmidt is?
Yeah. Habiger,
Haviger is.
Ryan Nelson,
Haberger is, yes.
the windows in those 9 properties, is that or not?
Which note was that?
Our list, 6106. Oh, Northeast 8th, no, it's not.
No, that wouldn't be flood-related, no.
It's, sometimes it's hard to know unless they specifically note it on the permit. But there are several, and we did have several discussions with Mr. Kleinschmidt and Haberger about that. I believe there may be a few more in July here as well.
Okay, anything else?
I'll move to acknowledge the May building permit report.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to acknowledge the May building permit report as presented. Any questions or speaking on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. We have no items listed under old business. We have several items under new business. Number 1 is personnel.
I'll move to approve the personnel as presented.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the personnel recommendations as presented. Any questions or speaking on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Number 2, bills for approval, bills for ratification.
Make a motion to approve and ratify the bills.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to approve and ratify the bills as presented. Any questions or speaking to that motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Number 3, new business, declare transformer, copper, and wire as surplus. Dennis, what have you got for us?
Well, we got a 75 kVA pad mount transformer. That's rusted out in the bottom, so it's leaking. And then the copper, the main part of that is where that green vent elevator fell on it. Took down one span and burned it up, so it's some pretty good sized copper wire. And right now we got it on our trailer in our shed. We kinda need to get it out of there, get it off the trailer.
Everything that's listed here is as you're describing it here. It's all listed, okay? So we would need then, do we need an appraiser on that, or 2?
Suppose so.
Appraise the scrap, okay. What are your wishes then on the surplus electrical equipment?
I'll move to declare the 75 kVA pad-mounted transformer and the 2 other items of scrap copper and aluminum wire as surplus property, and appoint Dennis, myself, and Chad as appraisers.
Second.
Okay, the motion is made and seconded. We declare the electrical equipment as surplus property as described, and Dennis Poppin, Chad Comas, and Commissioner Erickson will serve as appraisers for that material. Any questions or speaking on that motion?
Mr. Mayor, I think I talked, Dennis, didn't we talk about this about a week ago, that this doesn't have any, we don't have any problems with contaminants in this?
No,
So we're not gonna have to pay for this one?
no, we'll get,
We'll
we'll
ma-
talk a little bit. more.
We might make a little money instead of lose more.
Okay.
Okay. I just thought you guys would like to know that.
Okay, if there are no further questions, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. That completes the regular order of business for this meeting. Under other business, we have an executive session scheduled for legal consultation regarding contractual issues. So, could I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to go into executive session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is